The Far Cry franchise has been hiding in the shadows for a while now, as it's been nearly 4 years since the last entry. Just because the series has been silent, though, doesn't mean there hasn't been plenty of discussion surrounding the next chapter. Far Cry rumors have been rampant, and for good reason. If the rumors and leaks prove true, then Far Cry could bring forth a big shakeup. One of the most controversial claims right now is that the game could feature a 72-hour in-game timer. Of course, such claims should be taken with a grain of salt, but if accurate, this would be a massive departure from the franchise's usual exploration-based formula. Only time will tell if rumors are eventually confirmed, but regardless, a full-blown reboot of the series may be the shakeup that Far Cry actually needs. The argument for a Far Cry franchise reboot, freshen up the timeline and lore, presents the opportunity to revisit fan-favorite characters in a new light, allows developers the ultimate freedom to craft a fresh story, could be the best way to reignite excitement for the franchise. After years of entries and DLCs, the timeline and lore of Far Cry has become a bit convoluted. If Ubisoft were to start over completely from scratch, it would give the series a chance to fine-tune its lore going forward so it can be more cohesive. Granted, Far Cry is only connected loosely through some repeated characters like Jason Brody and Easter eggs, but it could be exciting for a new approach that embraces a more connected story. Making a fresh series more closely connected may ultimately be the best way to create a more compelling universe. Although unannounced, it is believed that Ubisoft is also working on a Far Cry extraction shooter spin-off, currently known as Project Maverick. Speaking of repeated characters, Far Cry 3's Vaz Montenegro appearing in his own DLC for Far Cry 6 was a fun revisit of the character. However, a reboot could allow the series the opportunity to give him a more substantial role if there was a more close-knit narrative across future games. Also, with Ubisoft having a rocky few years, audience confidence in Far Cry's future may be dwindling. Ubisoft might need to make some bold moves in order to reignite interest, especially since the rumored 72-hour time limit has been quite divisive. A blank slate is risky, but it could be something worth embracing. Further rumors have also claimed that the next Far Cry could be set on an island off the coast of Korea. The argument against a Far Cry franchise reboot. Far Cry's legacy could be at risk. Working in the confines of the current timeline could actually inspire more creativity. Far Cry is a major franchise, and a risk as big as starting the series over from scratch also has the potential to be detrimental. Since the franchise is only loosely connected through various nods to overall lore, a full-blown reboot may ultimately be unnecessary. Each game still works as a standalone offering, so a reboot may not have the impact that Ubisoft would want it to. Additionally, sometimes being backed into a corner can inspire greater creativity, so developers having to work with what Far Cry has established so far may actually bring something stronger to the table. Right now, there's no way to know what the next Far Cry has in store. Far Cry's longevity is impressive, and it would be a shame to see too many risks mark an end to such a major gaming legacy. However, sometimes risk also pays off in the long run. Only time will tell, but as of now, Far Cry's future is a big mystery.